Hello and welcome to Speak Free with MattyG. We're joined here by a very special guest. We've got Haynesy in the studio.
Matty, mate.
Welcome to Penrith, mate.
Third time being out here.
You like it?
No. I'd rather be in the eastern suburbs right now, which I was like a couple of hours ago, but
Yeah, you were. You flew in this morning, didn't you?
I think it was like the first time I've been to Penrith that not involving the Roosters. Oh, I mean, good to say the Roosters, but not involving going to Penrith, watching the Panthers out there, or the Roosters. But
Yeah,
so good setup in here.
Yeah, cheers, bro. I love it here. It's very nice.
Can we add the fact I got a bit of a surprise when I walked in?
Yes.
So I walked in expecting to see MattyG. I did see MattyG, but I didn't expect to see the good old Leaguey and the Falcon as well, rocking up, give me good service. I was speaking to Leaguey like 2 hours ago, like talking about the game tomorrow. I was on the way here. I was like, who's his other guest going to be? And I'm like, Leaguey. Now it makes sense.
You know what? I do like it, like filming two at once, because it is like, I guess it adds to that, it makes it a bit more of an event, each filming day, because like a second guest will come in, the first guest won't know who it is, and we're like, I always try and link it up so it's like, it's two people that will get along but welcome, bro. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Now we're going to talk some controversial stuff today.
Yep.
And some things that you've only briefly mentioned before on a podcast. But obviously, for those that are well aware of who Haynesy is, would know of the controversy surrounding you with the Punters and Dribblers group on which is the group from Hello Sport on Facebook. It had how many members at the time?
I reckon at the end of it towards around 70K.
Yeah, shit. It's a lot of people.
It blew up.
Yeah.
It blew up.
Yeah.
Like, did you see that they added a new one?
No, I've only just heard this.
They've got a new one, which I got accepted back in. They're already up to like 12K in the first couple of days.
I'll have to.
But that's for the real dribblers though, not for But that's not for me to say about the old group. But it's good to be back in the new group though. Good to see familiar faces, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Now we will get into that, but first of all, I just want to talk about obviously you as a Roosters diehard. You're one of the most passionate fans there is on the planet for any sport, I believe. You vlog at every game, every home game, and some away games too, right?
I've been to every game this year.
You've been to every game.
Trying to go to every game this year.
Yeah, shit.
I got the New Zealand ticked off this year, which I was pretty cool. About.
I'm actually going next week to watch the Tigers.
Is that Go Media Ray?
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's awesome.
It's awesome experience. Like I was going into that game like, how's the Wild's fans going to be? Are they, going to be arrogant, up the wires kind of thing, like trying to, intimidate kind of thing. But no, they were such down to earth, great bunch of people that Wild supported. Had so much respect for the Wilds fans. Like, had so many come up to me. It's like, oh, Haynesy, I see your stuff all the time. Like, I'm so surprised that you made it over here. Hope you enjoy your stay in New Zealand. Hope you love it. Oh, you got to get a pie from the dairy. All that kind of stuff.
That's
I was
mad.
just blown away. Like, they were awesome, the Wilds fans. Met the Mount Smart Joker over there as well. I don't know if you've seen his stuff.
No, I haven't.
So he, the guy that got the clown makeup on.
Yep.
Like, I met him at, he's got the Joker. That's how the Mount Smart Joker. Like, he was an incredible fella, and actually catched up with him at Magic Round when he come up. He's like, oh, he flew in that day kind of thing. And like, it was like, mate, he's just such a great fella. And all the Wilds fans are like,
I know. I'm actually really excited to go over there.
Yeah, I got so many kind messages saying, "Oh, I hope you enjoyed your stay." Like, bad luck on the result, obviously, because the Roosters lost, but they just, excuse me, how friendly they were, which I wasn't expecting, because I thought the Wilds fans, they're passionate, right? But I didn't think they'll, I thought they were going to be a little bit more intimidating kind of thing, but no, they weren't. They were, one of the, nicest fan bases I've approached this year, and yeah, definitely earned my respect.
Yeah,
10 times. Even though they had it. I got 10 times more respect for the Wilds fans after that.
Yeah, that's sick. Whereabouts did you stay in Auckland?
I stayed in the city.
Yeah. Do you remember the name of the place you stayed? I'm staying in the casino.
Grand Chester.
Oh, okay.
Kind of thing, Grand Chester.
Okay,
it's a really nice spot. Like, I mean, like, I'm not there for the hotel, right?
Yeah.
I'm there for the footy. I'm there to see the experience. I was only there for like 24
I'm
hours.
a slut for a good hotel.
No, like, it was really, really cool place. Like, wasn't that cold too? It was good though because it was in March.
Yeah,
It was
it's
in
quite
round 3.
it's quite temperate, but even like it's because it's North Island, so it doesn't get
Yeah.
as cold. I guess it's similar, maybe a little bit colder than Sydney. I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's similar. It's like a small Sydney, right?
It's
'Cause
like
they've got the
it's like-
harbour and that too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's really not really nice harbour. Like,
Yeah.
no, like I think the first thing you got to do as a tourist is go to see the Sky Point Tower.
Yeah. Well, that's where I'm staying in.
Oh, you're
So,
in there.
yeah.
but
Well, in the casino part.
it's all
but
Sky
it's all,
over there. Like they got Sky Sport, Sky Casino. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
it's
I
like
wonder
pretty-
what.
I'm not too sure what Sky Tower. Like, it's pretty.
Yeah. What's going on with the
it's
Sky
like
shit?
It's like a popular name over there. So
I
was
think
surprised
I'm gonna jump off the Sky Tower actually. They
the
do-
bungee jumping.
Yeah, they do
Did
like
they do it off that? I thought it was like a bridge.
Well, they do the bungee off the bridge, and then they have a thing called the sky jump, which is like a controlled jump off there. So it's not like a free fall, but you do fall at like 80 k's an hour. So
Can we do that for the Sydney Tower? That'd be pretty cool.
That would be sick.
Or bungee off.
I think someone-
bungee off the Harbour Bridge though. But the only problem is though you go down, then you got to get yourself back up because of upcoming ferry coming at you. That's the last thing. Is like, well, you want to risk your life doing bungee jumping, but the next thing is though you're gonna get hit by a ferry going to Manly. So.
I think that's why they don't do. That's why they don't do bungees off Sydney Harbour Bridge. It's too many boats going through there.
Anzac Bridge would be fine.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Fuck yeah! Look out to the west, mate. But you're obviously you're down here this weekend because you're down here for a Roosters game. I'm not sure when this will come out, so we don't really need to talk about. But you are versing
all we know that the Roosters are winning 13 plus over the Tigers. That's all I'm saying.
Probably. Fuck, we're in a world of pain at the moment.
Hey, I feel sorry for you guys. Like my old man is a Tigers fan. He's an old lifelong Magpies fan. So you could say if there is an unofficial second team, it would be the Tigers. So I sort of have a soft spot for him. I want him to do well, but like the Lockie Galvin stuff really pissed me off. Like because I like the Tigers. Like how that's all how that played out, and the Tigers like you guys started the season really, really well. There's a lot of promise, and ever since the Lockie Galvin news come out, it's just derailed your season. And I do feel sorry for you guys because like there was so much promise this year.
Yeah,
like I remember my old man was like, "Oh, I love how Shane Richardson's at the club. Like he knows what he's doing. Like compared to everyone in the past, but it's just all gone to shit." And obviously, I don't like Isaac Moses because of he doesn't like Uncle Nick. Uncle Nick doesn't like him, so I'm not gonna disagree with the Godfather, right?
Yeah, well, and Dewey's just signed with Isaac Moses as well. So
that's why he took out Benji Marshall during the week.
Yeah.
So that makes complete sense now.
Well, I don't know what it's a bit of a chicken and the egg situation. I don't know what came first, but yeah, it's interesting. Dewey's sort of a cult hero at the Tigers, and yeah, like I do think he's probably past his use by date. But it will be sad to see him leave on not good terms with the club if that does end up happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I talked about it with the league too. If they sack Benji, fuck, that's gonna be one thing that's real hard for me to come back from and to sort of back the
just
club.
give
on.
him time. That's all I'm gonna say. Like give him time.
100%. Like he's had
Like,
one.
That was his official year last year, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
first official year last year, right?
Like,
so one proper year with a roster that he's wanted, I guess, but he's still cleaning it out, as well.
Yeah, exactly.
He's still bringing in people he wants, KPP's coming over, and I think you just got to give him the time. Give him his 3 years.
Yep.
And and we'll see how it goes from there. Well, technically it'll be 4 years, right?
Because he took over Tim Sheen's like late, even though he was technically the coach.
Yeah, but Timmy wasn't there.
Benji was running it.
Timmy wasn't there the 2 years.
Well, Tim Sheen's was. We've actually watched the
I
Roosters
think this was meant to
game.
be. This was meant to be Benji's first year.
Yeah, because I remember that he's finished up in 23, but Benji was he took over, but yeah, Tim Sheen's on the team sheet was coach, but it was someone else coaching kind of thing. It was Benji,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
But yeah, like you just got to give him time. Like, and what do you think? Does snap your fingers and the Tigers are going to be finals bound again? Like, it's a slow process.
100%. And there's been improvement. That's the crazy part. There's been improvement across the league though too.
Like,
so
until maybe the last couple of weeks, but there's been games where in recent years you'd say the Tigers were in this game. they fall away and lose by 30 points. But there's been games this year where they've been behind, but they've clawed their way back into the game.
100%.
And like the Dolphins game, for example, like early in the year where they, previous seasons, they get flogged by 40 or 50.
Fuck yeah.
But they hanged in the game and they ended up winning the game. Or in the Penrith game, Tigers game, South's game.
Yeah.
Parramatta on Easter Monday. Like normally you see them lose by 30, but there's fight in the Tigers and there's effort.
Yeah.
So, it'll turn around eventually. The signs are there, but
we've had a lot of injuries too.
Well, the last couple of weeks hasn't helped you guys with, with origin selections and all that. I think for you guys, Moses doing his calf at the wrong time for the Tigers because I think you need Luai for every game possible.
Yeah, but I'd love to see Luai back in the Blues.
Oh,
colours.
so do I. Like,
yeah, he deserves to be there.
Like, I reckon I actually like Luai a lot more now at the Tigers than it was at Penrith.
A lot of people say that, eh?
Like, he hasn't become like what he was at Penrith. He wasn't arrogant.
He's been such a leader at the Tigers.
He's doing his job. He's, definitely, improved attitude-wise in the last year or two.
Yeah. How do you see the year, I guess, finishing? How do you see top 8 looking come finals time?
It's looking pretty close, isn't it? Like, I think.
Who do you think gets those last few spots? So you're probably definite to obviously Canberra.
The top 4s. I don't even think the top 4 set now with the Warriors without Metcalf and now Barnett. Sorry. Dallin Watene-Zelezniak. Who else is out now? Did I say Metcalf? Yeah, I said Metcalf, didn't I?
Yeah.
But, so that's
a huge loss.
Yeah, there's huge players out for the Warriors. So, because I said a couple weeks ago, I was like, the top 4 are looking pretty set. And all of a sudden now that the Broncos and the Roosters, they're really close on the top. They're only like 4 points. There's 2 games. Right, so obviously I'm being optimistic, say the Roosters are going to make the top 4, but,
they're good.
We're in the race for it.
Fucking oath.
We're in the race for it. Like, now you're thinking, well, the Broncos, the way they've been playing, like last night's game, they come back from 18-0 down. I'm dirty about that because like, we could have been 5th tomorrow if we got the job done, but now the Broncos come back from 18-0 down. But
isn't that insane?
It just shows that, like, it's a long season, not everything's certain kind of thing. So it's hard to, make predictions this far out, but like you can sort of get a read. The top 3 set. Broncos, the way they're playing, they're close to playing finals. The Roosters aren't too far behind, but we've got a tough draw. We've got to play Melbourne twice. We've got to play the Bulldogs again.
Yeah.
So, and there's a lot of unnowns with us.
Penrith are starting to come real good too. Oh,
it's scary. I've been enjoying the last month. Enjoying the last couple of months where they'll, last and later in the bottom 4. It's like, oh, Penrith aren't going to make the finals this year. Then they've won 4 in a row, and then I see Flaxy make a fucking TikTok saying, oh, Penrith are back in the top 4. We're going to win a 5. It's like, oh, shut up, Flaxy. Like, Flaxy's a good mate of mine. I love Flaxy, but like, he's so arrogant about Penrith, and I'm like, want to jump into the screen and knock his head off because it started though because I remember last year Penrith lost to Canberra and I'm like, oh yes, I was on the Gold Coast and we're like, yeah, Roosters are second, we'll seize it, fucking Alliards, we're gonna and then we lost, and then the Raiders game the week after where Sam Walker did his ACL, Brandon Smith did his ACL, and then the first thing I get a phone call saying, I'll see you in Penrith in 2 weeks. I was like, fuck you. It's like,
that was a horror game for the Chookies last year. Hey.
We had like 27,000 there at Allianz, right? It was a big game. The last ever time that we wore the Charity Nest jersey. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
No.
So we bring it back actually. So is
that the one with the
Steggles Charity Nest? Oh. So it's like so instead of having Steggles on the front, it was Steggles Charity Nest, like, and all the proceeds go to the Steggles charities kind of thing. So and then obviously we'll emergency services round. We'll honouring Amy Scott. Is it Inspector Amy Scott?
Inspector Amy Scott.
So big thing on obviously playing Canberra. It's our last home game of the season. Going into, win that game, beat South. The week after we go second spot. Then it was a big crowd that day, and it was just a pin drop when Sam Walker went off the field. We just knew straight away. It's like, that's not good. And then made matters worse where we got blue balled where we scored in the corner on full time. Then Luke Keary missed the conversion to send it the golden point. And like, now we've got to go to Penrith because there was no way the Titans were beating Penrith the week after. But
fuck.
Yeah, so that's that story.
Yeah. Now I do want to get into obviously what happened with the P's and D's group and everything that happened then. Give me some I'll let you tell the sort of the time frame behind it, because I think life gets in the way, and I think we lose track of when things happened. And so how long ago are we talking?
It was October last year.
October last year.
Probably about 2 weeks after the grand final.
Yeah, just after, right?
Yeah.
And if you were in the punters and dribblers at the time, you would know it was the biggest day
Oh, 100%,
in P's and D's history,
100%.
without a doubt. Talk me through that day and sort of what transpired.
I literally woke up that morning after watching Liverpool play. They played Chelsea, I think. So obviously you had the day off work because, I think it was my RTO that day or something like that. Anyway, so I woke up at like 8 o'clock that morning because look, obviously when Liverpool and Chelsea play, Liverpool play that hours in the morning in the UK, like normally a Sunday afternoon game for them is like a 3 o'clock kickoff over here. So I'm only like on a couple of hours sleep. So I wake up and I see these messages in my Instagram like, "Have you seen the P's and D's? Have you seen the P's and D's? Hope you're all right." And I think it's like, what the fuck's happened? So and then I've seen it and I've seen the memes of it because the original post with this person that we're talking about, I blocked over other stuff. So I didn't see the original post, but I seen the memes from it. I'm like, oh, fuck, I know what this is about. So obviously saying, and most of the stuff that she said, right, was so untrue, but obviously a bit of a story there. The P's and D's got a hold of it and yeah, it blew up that day. I don't think I handled it really well, to be honest. Like I saw the funny side of it and I sort of took the piss out of it, but I didn't really think how anyone else would feel about it. But yeah, so that day went along and then, blew up a little bit. And then the next day, some leaked screenshots were posted in that same group where I said some, controversial things. So, and that was the more serious thing. I wasn't really caring about what this person was saying. It was that screenshot, which was, bit concerning, obviously because, you could say that it's definitely the wrong thing to say. Like, I don't know if you guys will be aware of what was said, but, it was out of line. You could say it could offend a certain group or...
Yeah, to anyone who doesn't know, there was some things said in private messages, not in the chat itself. This was leaked, not in the group itself. It was leaked in the group. But messages regarding people of Lebanese background, right?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's correct.
And yeah, so I'll let you tell the rest. I don't want to put
Yeah, so it wasn't technically, so it wasn't directed at them. It was sort of towards Bulldogs fans. Because and again, like, I don't know why, but it was so out of context when it came out, but I think the Bulldogs lost the game, and I'm like, yeah, said what I said in a private setting, which, like, let's be honest, we've all said something in a group chat in a private setting that we regret saying.
And this is one thing I will back you on to the hilt, mate, because no matter who we are, and look, I'm not defending, how it looked and that it was the wrong thing to say,
100%,
and whatnot. But I think we'd all be, talking shit if and lying to ourselves if we don't say that we've all said shit in a private setting to our friends and to whoever, that could be taken the wrong way. In every group chat, in every, conversation with your best mate, we've all said outrageous things that if it got leaked out of context, it looks bad, right?
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say. And I think if you're sitting there going, "Oh, no, I haven't done that," you're a fucking liar because you have, and I think we all have, we've all been at a, mouthed off and, and said shit that, in a more professional setting, we would not say, obviously,
100%.
But that's why you say it in group chats, and that's why you say it with your best friends, because these are the people who you should be able to trust, and
yeah, exactly.
that you can just, and it doesn't mean it's, it's called taking the piss, right? And we don't say things because we literally think it and literally mean it. We say things because it's having a laugh, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what you were doing, right?
Yeah. You could say that, but like at the end of the day, whether it's private or public, it's still the wrong thing to say.
100%.
And when you're in a position like where I am well known to people, when this stuff gets out, like, shit, it's gonna hit the fan, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
even though this conversation on Snapchat was 5 months prior, you could say, a couple of months prior to when it actually got leaked.
Yeah.
I was actually, like surprised when I saw it. I'm like, I don't even remember saying it, but obviously clear that I did say it.
Yeah.
And you're sort of like, what the fuck? Like, this was like 4 months ago. Like, why is this bringing up now, kind of thing? But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like you still, it's the wrong thing to say, you know?
Yeah. Well, hats
So-
off to you for owning that because,
Oh,
you know,
you had to. You have to own it.
100%.
Like, you can't hide away from it. That's the thing. Like,
And the point I was making before, it's not to excuse the behavior. I think it's just if we're going to talk about things, in reality, then I think it's important to realize that no one is perfect, and we've all said shit that we regret later.
Yeah,
and I
100%.
think that's the only point I was trying to make is that. I think people put themselves on this moral high horse above others, and I think my advice is take a real good hard look in the mirror first before judging anyone else, because we've all fucked up.
People make mistakes all the time.
Yeah.
So. But I'm in a good position where to own it as well. But yeah, it was still pretty serious what happened. You know,
Yeah.
it went from the stuff that was put in the punters and dribblers. I thought that was a bit of a laugh, taking the piss out of.
Yeah.
And then when that got surfaced, and it was like more of a wake up call, seriousness, like, no, this is serious stuff. Like there's no hiding from it, And that's the thing with Facebook and all these social media platforms. Like, it doesn't matter how long it's been up there for. Could it be a minute, 10 minutes, an hour, 5 years? It will always be there. Someone will see it. Someone will say something about it. So that's why you got to be very careful.
Oh, 100%.
On what you say.
Yeah. Something is,
Like,
it's there forever once it's posted.
exactly.
Yeah.
Even though you delete it, it's deleted, all good. No one will see it. But
Yeah.
someone will see it.
Someone will say
So
that. Someone screenshotted it.
screenshot
Yeah.
was on there for maybe 10 minutes, but it got out to everyone.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah,
but
fuck.
look, it was definitely a tough place to be in, because like you just got all this thinking that you're a racist kind of thing, which is so untrue.
Yeah.
Like, and and people are entitled to their opinion, and I completely understand that. That's how they feel. That's fine by me. But I know deep down who I am as a person. I know that that's not who I am.
Yeah.
It was a heat of the moment thing. Like, and I've got a lot of people who are Lebanese who I'm still good friends with. Like, I still chat to Hectic Fred every now and then. Norman from Sports Shed, I'm good mates with them as well. And they were upset of what happened, and rightfully so. But they understood that you didn't mean it. You made a mistake. Shit happens.
Yeah.
That was really the thing for me that nailed it on the head for me, was that, yeah, you fucked up, but excuse me, sorry. At the end of the day, like, there's still people, who understand what's going on here.
Yeah.
So,
And what would your sort of message be to those that, I guess those from that community that are still, not are still, I shouldn't say that, but do have, I guess, a negative opinion towards you because of what happened? What would be your message to them?
there's not much to say. Like, if that's their opinion, I respect that.
Yeah.
So, there's, if that's how they feel. I can't tell. I can't, show people or tell people how to feel about me. That's their choice. That's their opinion. So you just got to respect that. So if there's people out there that, don't think of me like that, that's fine by me. That's part of life. You just got to move on. And yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I think one thing I'm really interested to talk to you about with all this is sort of what's it like to have, I guess, fucking tens of thousands of people, literally everyone basically in that group, interacting, commenting, sending you messages.
Oh, it was wild.
It just
wild.
blew up
Yeah,
that day.
It did.
Before even that stuff came out, before all of that, when it was, the original stuff. Which
the original
was,
stuff, yeah.
I don't know if we want to say, anything too more on that.
Oh, no.
But
Not for me to say.
Yeah. But with everything that was going on, what was that like for you? Were you working that day?
No, I wasn't working that day.
So you were just at home.
I was at home and
everything
I'm
just
like,
bombarding you.
what the fuck? And I just took the piss out of it. And that's probably one thing I did stuff up on, that there was people at the time that didn't see the funny side of it, and they were like upset, and they were like upset about it, how I'm approaching it. But that's sort of how I approach it.
But this is the thing. That's how you approach everything, right?
Yeah.
People got to remember, right? Haynesy, you're a very passionate person, right? And because of that passion, you open yourself up to get punches thrown at you.
Yeah.
A fair bit, right? And you cop it. Honestly, in my opinion, you cop it better than any other motherfucker cops it, right? Because you just roll with the fucking punches.
Well, that's the expectation, right? Like, I'm on TikTok dissing the arch rivals Souths.
Yeah.
When they lose. If you're dishing it out, you've got to cop it back.
100%.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
If you can't cope, and sometimes there's stuff that I can't, but it's personal stuff. I like someone just say, oh, you know, something like Chook's 13 plus. Oh, okay, like how many burgers have you ate 13 plus kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's funny. And I will say though, like a lot of people out there that comment on my TikToks, that insulting about my appearance and all that, they're fucking clever how they do it. I will give them that. The way that they speak and how they comment on stuff, it's actually it's pretty funny. That's why I see the fun. It's like, fuck, it's pretty creative what they're saying. So, but the P's and D stuff was I saw the funny side of it.
Yeah.
And so, because I can take a laugh kind of thing. So they're making memes of this. I was like, oh, fucking hell. So what I decided to do, I decided to make a fake press conference where, I've got a button up shirt from Cat, what's it called? Not Connors. What's the other one? Tarot Cash or something?
Tarot Cash.
So button up shirt, and I get like the notebook, and I'm like, to my fellow punters and dribblers, I apologize for bringing the P's and D's into disrepute kind of thing. And
I remember that.
And then everyone was just like commenting, was like, oh, he's got the Krispy Kreme donut shirt on. I was like, fuck it. So that was a funny, but so it was all fun and games kind of thing. And then the other stuff that come out, and that's when it got serious. And I was like, oh shit, you know. And then a day later, all the stuff went out. I spoke to Tom and Eddie. They had a chat with me, how they spoke about it, and then when I got removed from it, they explained why, which I totally understand. It was probably a good thing for me. Yeah. So I can, you know, just go away for a bit, just focus on yourself. Yeah. Like, and I even though it sucked because I love the punters and dribblers, like even after this, I'm back in the new group now.
Yeah,
like,
that's hectic.
I fucking miss so
It's like a full circle moment, you know?
Exactly. Like, and just, I miss Scotty Bellotti's post, man. I'm good mates with Scotty, mate. He's a fucking great fella. But all the memes that he posts, like he's put 2 out in the first 2 days of it. I was like, fuck, we've missed this. But but I can see that, you know, like, you know, you're in the wrong. Like, you can't be upset. Even though you're upset about it, I was like, you can understand why. Like, you've said the wrong thing. You know, they can't, even though it wasn't me physically saying that in that group, it got leaked into that group, which is not a good look for that group. And I did apologize to everyone and apologize to Tom and Anders. I'm sorry this happened in your group. You know, I didn't want that to happen. And they were like, yeah, like, you're a good guy kind of thing, but, you know, we can't tolerate what's happened. And completely understandable. So, and, you know, had that time away, which probably I needed, and a bit of self-reflection as well, which...
Didn't they do a full episode on it as well?
They did, yeah. The start of it.
Yeah.
They talked about it. Then
and didn't they have you on the like on the poster?
Yeah.
Like on the cover art?
It was like the different sides of Haynesy or something.
That must have been fucking wild to see that shit.
You know what? Tom and Eddie actually reached out to me that day and like, what's your phone number? We'll give you a call and give your thoughts on it. And I'm like, maybe. I was like, nah. In the end, I was like, yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. Like, I don't want to keep more media attention on it. Even though I was like, fuck yeah, I'll get on Hello Sport on the phone calls, like, speak about what's happened. But I was like, in the end, it's like probably the smartest thing to do. Wasn't just like, yeah, sorry boys, you can't. Yeah. Don't think it's a good idea. So,
now with all this, obviously you're a very funny person. You cop it on the chin fucking very well, as I said. But how did all this affect you mentally?
Yeah, it took a toll. It took a toll. I lost friends over this. So, but that's just a part of life, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, it was a tough couple months, of maybe 2 months. But one thing that got me through was obviously good support base, family, friends. Like, obviously, we're both good mates with Brody.
Yeah. Legend.
He's a legend. BSB. Shout out to BSB. But yeah, like those type of guys getting me through kind of thing. And I remember like going through the off season kind of thing. Like I went to the races for my mate's birthday and I'm walking with my mates and then everyone just like, that's Haynesy. And this is like Eagle Farm Brisbane races, right? And they're like, this is Haynesy. Oh my God, it's Haynesy. When you get back to the P's and D's kind of thing. I was like, it was pretty, surreal.
Yeah. Was that the first time you've been sort of like heavily noted, like recognized outside of a Roosters game?
That was first sort of no, not even that. Like any sporting event I go to.
Yeah.
Even at the cricket, everywhere I get spotted.
Yeah.
So obviously it was the first time since that. So I was a bit, had my guard up kind of thing. I'm like, well, what's he going to say? Is he going to say anything bad?
Because you're worried that.
Yeah. So I was sort of like that, but then, they're all on the piss having a good time. So
yeah.
And that's actually when I first met Matty from the Short Boys. They were at the races and
fucking legend. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Matty. But he actually onto the Motorino as well.
Oh, really?
Which I was surprised. Like shout out to Clacker from Motorino North Bondi. So great merch. But yeah, he wears it all the time, Matty.
Yeah.
So and then that's when I first met him and then talking about his podcast. How he's had they'll talk about the Short Boys and Angus Crichton. Shout out to Gus as well. He reshared it of the thumbnail of Zach Docker Clay was on it.
Yeah.
So and he was talking about that, and then they do a podcast. Oh, where do you live? I live at the Sunshine Coast. Oh, I've got my mate up there who lives on the Sunshine Coast. Yeah, let's do it. Let's tee up a podcast together. And then, funny enough, we only did it again, and we only did it in February. But we organised that, and then all my mates from Melbourne now, but he obviously went to school with him. He come up for his birthday, and it was I think it was Derby Day, Victorian Derby Day. So obviously. Obviously got, the Brizzy races, but he also got like big races in Sydney and Melbourne. So we're all that. Anyway, we're walking out and he's like, I'm that gobsmacked that so many people know you. Kind of thing. It's like, yeah, that's the new norm now. Everywhere I go, I get spotted at sporting events. So
yeah, it's mad, but does it feel good? Like
it does feel good. Like
when I went to the what game did we go to? Roosters Dogs.
Yeah, you were next to us, weren't you?
Yeah. I was sitting next to you.
I remember that.
Yeah. And but like the amount of people that come up to you at the game and that, I was like, fuck, that's mad. Like everyone wanted photos.
I think I speak to Winston about it. I think when he come up for the first Origin, we were talking about it. It's like, it's such a surreal moment. It's like that much people watch your stuff.
Yeah.
You didn't think that. We don't do it for recognition. We don't do it for fame. We do it for, the genuine joy of doing it.
Yeah. Like, and the love of the game.
Yeah, exactly right. So, and it was just a surreal moment kind of thing. I pinched myself like, is this really real kind of thing?
That's mad.
And I'm in a grateful position to be in that, and so, but like, I'm sure every other content creator feels that way too.
Yeah.
So, but it was it's a pretty surreal moment, but like you also appreciate like how much people recognize you, love or hate, the recognition, it's pretty cool, surreal moment. Like, I never thought in my wildest dreams I get people asking me for photos. There was literally, even today at Captain's Run, I'm talking to the Roosters players and then a kid come up to me, he's like, oh, can I ask for a photo, please, Haynesy?
Yeah, that's so sick.
It's like,
they're there to watch the players.
They're there to watch the players. They want me as a photo.
That's fucking mad. That's actually mad.
It was actually at Magic, was it Magic Round? Yeah, it was at Magic Round. So, so mum's a Dragons fan, dad's a Tigers fan. So, perfect. They're playing each other, so we'll go for the day kind of thing. I'm walking around and
I'm surprised I didn't see you there. Because I went up there for that day.
Did I see you on Friday?
No, I wasn't there on the Friday. I flew in on Saturday morning.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised I didn't see you at Magic Round. Anyway.
Yeah, and I was back in Sydney by Sunday at 9 a.m, I think.
That's the best part about living in Brisbane at Magic Round. That's the best part.
Yeah.
You don't. It's a public holiday the next day too. So
It was too, eh?
So
Because I tell you what, I was fucking struggling on that flight home, eh?
mate, I was struggling Monday. It was, but anyway. So yeah, people asking for photos and all that. It's like, oh, Haynesy, how you going, mate? But like, Dad's like, where are you getting photos of him? On the ocean, Haynesy. It's like, not in this world, you are, mate. Not in this world. But yeah, and they were just they were blown away as well. So
That's mad. Your old man didn't come down with you this weekend?
nah, a lot of obviously family reasons this week. So
Yeah.
I was actually planning on trying to get him down this week because
The Tigers
because I always talk about how good Allianz is to him and all that.
Has he not been?
He hasn't
yet?
been to Sydney in like maybe 7 years. And my whole family's from Sydney, right?
Yeah. Oh, he'll have to go to the new stadium for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm trying to get him down too. But I was looking at the draw with my brother because he's a Roosters fan as well. I'm like, oh, the Tigers are playing the same weekend. Hopefully the Magpies are playing at Lidcombe Oval. They're playing in fucking Canberra. I was like,
I know.
because he's a Magpies fan. So
They played at Lidcombe last
they beat
weekend.
us. Oh, there was a funny story about this. So I was at with friends from school, went to the Broncos Warriors game at Suncorp because the Roosters had the buys. That was what am I going to do? Anyway, so before that, so he's going through the shed. And he found these old Magpie scrapbooks that him and his dad used to cut out of the paper and put in the magazine, like in a those scrapbooks that you used to. Well, I used to do that in school as well. I used that because I'm a shit learner. I was a shit learner at school. So what kept me occupied? That I remember this story where if I was behaving at school, the teacher used to find out, got photos and pieces about the Roosters in the newspaper and I got to put it in a scrapbook. So anyways, and he's going through that. Then he found this old photo of a magpie swooping a rooster. And he sent it to me when the Magpies beat the Roosters in New South Wales Cup last week. He's like, go to Maggie. I was like, fuck you.
I was actually at a little house party last weekend, and we're talking. I was in my Magpies fucking jacket, which I just wore. Like I knew we were playing, and like I watched a bit of the game and that. I was gonna go to it, but the party started around the same time and whatnot. Anyway, I'm chilling at the party, and next minute, Kurt Falls walks in, the halfback for Western Suburbs Magpies.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I didn't even realize his mates were like my mate, whose party it was. And so yeah, we're having a good chat, and he's like, "Fucking nice jacket, brother." I'm like, "Cheers, bro." But yeah, he's a legend. But no, it was mad. But yeah, I got to get to Lidcombe more and watch a few Maggie's games.
I'm 1-1 there in the charity match.
Yeah, actually,
well, they didn't play this year's charity match there.
No,
but I was 1-1 at Lidcombe Oval.
And where are they playing the charity match next year? Do they know yet?
I reckon it'll be at Wentworth Park again. Not Wentworth Park, Wentworth Magpies.
Yeah, because fuck, that was a good
Were
setup.
Were you there?
Yeah, I came there.
It was unreal.
Yeah, that was a really good setup, like with the food trucks and everything out on the far side, and then you've got the Leagues Club right there, so you can go have a feed after. And
that's what we did. That's what a lot of players did.
Yeah, it's fucking I used to live in Granville, so me and a couple of boys that I met. It's funny. I actually met them in Canberra at a music festival, and then we realized we actually live all close to each other. So they started inviting me out to their like friends like dinner nights.
Yeah,
and because I had I would come home every weekend, so I had like no friends in Granville, like because I just stayed there to be close to work, and then I'd come back to the Hawkesbury. And so they started inviting me out to watch like footy on Thursday nights, have dinner at Wenny Leagues.
Yep.
And yeah, it sort of became my spot. Like it's a mad spot there.
It's massive, eh?
Oh, it's huge. Yeah, it's so many food options too. Because you've got like the Asian, like the noodles in there and that, and like the pizza bar. And
it's like that Canterbury Leagues as well.
Yeah,
have you been in there?
Bro, yeah.
They've got like a massive Chinese restaurant in there. It's massive.
Yeah,
I think
huge.
This was like a couple of years ago when the Dogs were frequently playing at Belmore. Like I went there in the Leagues Club because that was my auntie's old stomping ground, Canterbury Leagues. But it's like that place is massive.
Yeah,
and then even Penrith Leagues is massive. And I remember telling
Penrith Leagues is
like we were there before the semi final last year, and I come home and like telling parents, and I was like, it's massive. And he's like, Dad's like, yeah, it's been massive for like 30 years.
Yeah,
it's like it's insane how big these Leagues clubs are. But
yeah, well then you add like the aqua golf and that on it as well.
I haven't done that yet. Aqua golf.
You haven't played aqua golf?
No.
Fuck, I got to give you the full Penrith experience, mate.
Bondi any good?
I haven't been.
Bondi.
Don't feel
Do
like.
you want to know something? I've never been in the water at Bondi yet.
Really?
I've been to Bondi several times, been to the beach night, but I've never been in the water yet. I don't want to be on Bondi Rescue.
Well, I suppose most of the time you're coming down here. It's winter as well, right? Like during footy season.
Yeah.
So
I remember. I think I went to I think it was a mate's birthday during the year last year. It was like the end of the year kind of thing, and so we went to the soccer and all that. And they're out at Manly, so we went to this little spot in Manly. Even though it was December, it was still fucking freezing the water. So imagine going for a swim, and then there's people going surfing like 5 a.m. in the mornings. Down here at Bondi, I was like, what the hell?
I
Like,
suppose
that's just
with
the local for you. But
and with a wetsuit on, it's not too bad. I don't think. But yeah, Bondi is fucking bro. It's like the little fitness capital of the fucking of the world, isn't it?
It does look a little bit.
Everyone's out doing runs and run clubs.
I go to Bondi
like
for two things: see AC Flow and Motorino North Bondi. That's it. That's the only thing, and then I'm out of there.
Yeah. I don't go to Bondi much. I've gone there a few times. I went there there was the NFL launch event there. I went to that late last year. Yeah. That was fun. That was at Bondi Pavilion. And then, I've gone there to eat a few times and stuff like that, restaurants and whatnot.
We went to the dawn service there this year. That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was really such a beautiful experience.
I'd like to go one year. The only thing that turned me off it was that they weren't doing tour up at the RSL.
Yeah, that was very surprising.
Yeah. I just stayed local this year for Anzac Day, but fuck.
That was my first time going to a dawn service in Bondi. That was like, it had like part of the water, so they sort of.
What time's their dawn service?
5 a.m.
Yeah, 5 a.m.
So it was like a reenactment of the Gallipoli landing. How they had these canoes out in the middle of Bondi, and then so they're obviously they're rolling in and acting like what it was like at that time of the morning over there. And what was it now? What 19? What year was the first Gallipoli landing? Jeez, I should be knowing this. I'm Australian, but 1913, 1915.
1915.
15. I knew that. I swear I knew that.
World War I was 1915 to
1918.
18.
Yeah, no, that's right. Now I remember.
Fuck, man. Why can I not remember this?
We do this every Anzac Day when I was in high school, but I think I remember that now through when.
Was it 19?
Yeah, it's 15. It's because they celebrated.
I'm looking this up because I don't want to get it wrong.
Because it was, they remember in 2015 Anzac Day, they celebrated 100 years of Anzac Day kind of thing.
World War One dates. No, I was thinking 15 doesn't sound right, but 15 was Gallipoli.
The Gallipoli landing, that was us.
Gallipoli landing was 1915, but World War One was 14 to 18. 1914 to 1918.
Yeah, history lesson for you guys at home.
Yeah. Quick Google search.
History lesson with MattyG. There we go.
That's what I'll change the name to. Now, I do want to ask you real quick for your take. Real quick, because we're running out of time. But I did ask Leaguey about this. What was your opinion of Ashley Klein's performance in Game 2 of State of Origin?
If you've seen my stuff for that long, you know how much I hate Ashley Klein. He's a corrupt referee. But, there was some calls that went against us, but you can't argue with, a few stuff that went against us, like Stefano obstruction. That's a forced penalty that Klein has to do. Obviously, Lomax elbow. So it was a bit of both, I think it was more favourable for Queensland, but we didn't help ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, at the heat of the moment, I'm going to blame Klein. I'm like, it's 9-0 penalty count. What the fuck are you doing kind of thing? But then you watch the highlights and you sit back and watch it without the emotion and the passion in it. You can clearly see,
Yeah.
It's.
I just think there was multiple times
most
where
of them were warranted.
Queensland could have been pinned as
but
well.
yeah, there was a few times where they didn't, which was annoying me. It was like, how can an Origin game be 9-0 penalty counts? Again, most of it was on us, but double standards with Queensland kind of thing?
Yeah, 100%.
But you can sort of say from the get-go that they wanted a decider. And look at it now. They sold out at Core Stadium.
Yeah, it's going to be good. where we won't obviously give a prediction because by the time this comes out, Origin will be over. So I don't want to jinx anything. But please give me a prediction on who wins the Telstra Premiership this year.
The NRL. Shit. It's such an open race, though. That's the thing. Like, there's no real standout.
Give me 3 teams that you think are
so I think
capable of
I reckon
winning.
Canberra can win it. I think Melbourne can win it, and I think Penrith can win it. I'm not sold on the Dogs yet.
Me neither, actually. I would probably agree with you there.
I still think that I said at the start of the year they're a top 4 team.
Yeah.
But I still think that, they'll learn from last year because it was such an emotional time for the Dogs. They're finally playing finals again, but they forgot what the finals mentality was like. I think this year is going to be the year for that. But is it enough to win the comp? They've got to play, the best teams week in, week out kind of thing. They've got to play, for example, if we're looking at the live ladder right now, they've got to play Melbourne week 1, then potentially Storm in a prelim or grand final, then Roosters, Penrith in week 2.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. I think it's such an open race where, if I'm in the top 4, I'm not settled losing week 1 because you've got to play like the Broncos, the Roosters, and the Panthers.
Yeah.
And then even the Dolphins are the dark horse to win it this year as well. The way they're going, they can score points from anywhere. So, but
still anyone's game, isn't it?
I still think it's Melbourne's to lose because their mindset has been on that price since the grand final last year.
Yeah.
And Melbourne, Penrith, they're teams that like to time their run. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's another Melbourne Penrith grand final. But I can see the likes of Canberra.
God, I hope not.
I hope not either. I'd love to see Canberra. Canberra Bulldogs would be a good grand final. Like, even the Dogs just makes the grand final. Like, that's going to be, I'd say 95% of that's going to be Dogs fans.
Yeah.
Like,
that would be fucking.
It's going to be insane.
That would be good. I'm sorry we got to wrap up, but thank you very much for coming in.
Appreciate it, mate.
And let's hit up Drink West now. Have a drink and get some food into us and have a fucking good time.
Let's go. Thanks for having me.
And bring on the game tomorrow. All the best.
Go,
remember, guys, speak free with MattyG.